Yifa, in Western religions, as you know, there is the concept of judgment, that after our lives, we will be judged by God for our actions, and subsequent circumstances will be dependent upon those actions. How does the process of judgment for our lives work in Buddhism?
Well, in Buddhism, nobody's, judge you, and nobody's punish you. So even the Buddha in Buddhism, awakening one, he doesn't make a judgment on you, especially not punish you. And so as what we call the bodhisattvas, the one who vow to become enlightened, but nobody's judge you, nobody says punish you. And so from Buddhist view, it's your own action is your judgment. The result, the accumulation of your action is your judgment. Of course, as I mentioned, the judgment, the action or the karma is the judgment. So the karma is not just like a physical action, but include your words, the word you say it, and the mind, your mental function. It's all your karma. So all this accumulation of from your physical action, from your words, and from your thought, it's accumulated, and then become what we call the seed, S-E-E-D, seeds of experience, and installed in our consciousness, and make who we are, And if all this, what we call the seed, or it's become very negative, more like destructive, then you show yourself as a person. It could be a very negative person, a very destructive person. And for example, if you have learned, you always see people, when killing, like people kill each other, you say, okay, this is, you put all this experience, this learning into your mind. Whenever, people hit me and I just hit it bad or kill them, then you put this all experience. And when you come to the circumstances, maybe you react that way. So that's why maybe, then, if you violate the law, you make offenses, then you have to face, the legal judgment. But what you were doing, it's nobody's punish you. And of course, what I know your question, you will talk about more on the, after the death.
Yes.
Okay, after the death. Well, after the death, it's the physical body left on this earth, and what we left is this consciousness, what we call in Yogacara we use eighth consciousness, and this consciousness is like a storage room. So you install all this seed of experience we have, or seed of a karma, the karmic, accumulation. And if I may, I can use it, seed can grow in the tree and with the power of life, and it could create the energy. It's like what we call the karmic force or karmic energy. So this consciousness is like a karmic force, and create, if you use a science, like a magnet, and we're
a magnet.
Magnet, yeah.
To attract.
To attract. Oh. And so who you will be. Are you going to go up in the heaven, or going down there to hell, or being a human being again? Is this attraction? It's very natural. It's not something, after we die, this consciousness, it's not something, I choose to be there. I want to be born in a presence, house. It just depend on all this accumulation of your karma, and create this kind of a magnet. The karmic force create a magnet, and that's where you will be reborn.
So let me see if I understand this. That the accumulation of experiences in our lives create a karmic force that after we die, that force will naturally, like a magnetic
Yeah.
attraction, not like somebody judging me,
No.
but a magnetic attraction that will lead to whatever happens in the next life, either another human being or an animal or a higher level in some way. So
Yes.
it's a very natural progression from this life to the next life based on our own experiences.
Exactly, exactly. So it's a very natural, like the what we call the natural principle, gravity, the principle of gravity. And so this is how the world function. So Buddhism believes that the truth or the function of the whole universe, just like a like a physics. So when I think that if you study more physics, then you will find that Buddhism is even closer to science. It's not about there was God or deity and make all this a control. It's just like, and in the cause and effect, indeed, it's also like the principle of the nature.
It's in a sense a natural process.
It's a natural process. So frankly, you don't have to become a Buddhist to become a good person. And it doesn't necessarily you are Buddhist, that means you always a good person.
Right.
Okay. I always want to remind the people that, when Sakyamuni Buddha left the palace and would go to sit, under the Bodhi tree and attend the enlightenment, in his mind, he didn't say, okay, I'm going out to create an institute or religion called Buddhism.
Yeah.
No, I think what he have seen is, okay, well, people suffer from, become old, become sick, and finally death. I think the death issue is a big issue. But from Buddhist view, the reason we have death is because we are born. You have a birth, then we have a death. And so that's why to deal with the death is you have to deal with the birth. Okay, because birth, then you have we die because we getting old or we getting sick. And we getting old is because we have birth. We getting sick because we have this body and mind, and this all come from the birth.
It's a cyclical.
Yeah, it's kind of a recycle. And so we are ourselves in this recycle. It's not the Buddha. But the Buddha only say, well, okay, I want to find the solution and the answer for this suffering. So he sit down there. And of course, later develop a religion called Buddhism. But, like he said, he found, he attended enlightenment, he found this path. He said, this is the old path. I did not create it. Okay, I just discovered it. And so what I mean is, you don't have to be a Buddhist in order to go to heaven. Even the people, if they're karma, they have a good, cause and condition, their mind, their words, their thought, it's all healthy and wholesome or positive. You can have a good rebirth. It's not the Buddha judge you or not a God. It's you. You are the only your judgment. And also nobody's punish you. It's your own action, bring the punishment.